Life lately has been slow, still like a faint whisper that I've been trying my best to lean into and make out the words that are being exposed. I've been trying my best to soak in the magic of my favorite season, but sometimes little worries here and there take the best of me. Dobie, my 4-year-old pup, has been experiencing some back pain the last couple of weeks, and unfortunately his breed is prone to going paralyzed, which has been my biggest fear since we first realized he has been experiencing back pain. After some rest, a vet visit, and pain medication, he has been doing a bit better the last few days, but not fully out of the clear, as this condition can get worse out of nowhere. Dobie has been with me through so many personal changes and hardships in my life that it is hard to feel okay when he isn't feeling his best. I grew up with pets but have never had quite the bond with a pet before as I do with Dobie. He is what some would call my soul dog. I got this horseshoe at a vintage market and have been meaning to put it up. I anointed it with a protection oil I actively use and put it facing upward to bring good luck, prosperity, and protection against any malevolent energy. Last year, I had the opportunity to visit my grandmother's house in Mexico for the first time, and she had one like this on top of her door entrance, and knew right away I wanted to mimic that. Not only does it remind me of my grandmother, but it adds a layer of protection that is never a bad idea. So my mom was over a couple of days ago and she actually stayed with me for an entire week, and it was so much fun getting to hang out with my mom and be surrounded by my mom's energy. It's always very nurturing, and I've been telling her how much I've been wanting to get back into sewing. I used to sew years ago, and I loved it. Recently, I've been getting the itch to get back into sewing and explore different creative mediums. And I have been thrifting interesting fabrics. I have been wanting to make some little small curtains for this window here. It's always so creepy at night because it's pitch dark outside. We don't have any street lights where I live, so it's super dark, and we live in a very country setting, so it gets extra dark in here, which is beautiful. But this window here always creeps me out when I'm in here late at night once it's gotten dark outside. And I've been wanting to make some curtains rather than buying them. So when my mom was over, I had her kind of guide me again and refresh my memory with sewing and navigating a sewing machine. Of course, I can always look up videos on YouTube, which I have been, but I am a very much hands-on type of learner. I thrive when someone's next to me showing me how to do things. That is my preferred way of learning. So when she was here, I showed her some of the fabric that I thrifted to make some curtains. And sure enough, she guided me on making these curtains. Mostly she did them, to be completely honest. But I think they came out so cute. They are these little short curtains with a small little ruffle at the bottom. And I made, well, she made, right? She made. I did a little bit of it, but she mostly was the one making these for me as I kind of sat back and watched her do it. But this was super fun to just watch her do and kind of had her guide me. I thrifted this fabric maybe like a month ago, and I loved this deep sort of burgundy red with these small little eclectic florals of sorts. And we did, I think this is a sheet that I thrifted, this green sheet, which we also did the ruffles at the bottom for. So the goal is to put these here. They're going to be maybe around here and then kind of dangle down. I don't want to cover the entire window, just halfway and down. And I think that's gonna look super cute. I finally got around and got a rod. So I'm gonna set that up, put these up, which brings me to a cool project that I've been working on for the last couple of days. And you guys will be able to see that in a little bit, which involves sewing, my new picked up hobby. So I'm going to set these up and see how they look up. So I decided to take off the brick wallpaper that I had originally set up in this area of the kitchen when I gave the kitchen a mini makeover. Something about it I didn't absolutely love from the beginning, and with the pattern curtains, I figured it was going to seem like too much. I still would love to do something creative in this nook, but until then, I'll patiently wait until something clicks and not forced to do something I won't love. But now that the curtains are up, I absolutely love them. I love how they add a pop of color to this little nook area, especially now since I took off the brick wallpaper. Day of the Dead will have officially arrived when this video goes up, but previously I had been contemplating where to set up a small ofrenda, or altar where I can honor those we have lost in our family and welcome them back into our home with offerings and love. I remembered I had thrifted this vintage shelf a few weeks ago and couldn't decide where to put it. I decided to set this up in our office space and create a small ofrenda on it. I played around with some fabrics. I really wanted to add some drapery to the ofrenda to make it feel bigger, but I was having a hard time doing a sort of cool drapery look. And in the end, I opted to simply place this crochet table runner on top of it and thought it looked nice. I also remembered I had this cool alebrije head in my home decor stash and decided to hang it up on top of the ofrenda. Alebrijes are a significant type of folklore art, part of my Mexican culture. Alebrijes are mythical creatures that are painted in bright colors. They are usually made from paper mache or from carved wood. I picked this one up from my last few visits to the pueblito my grandmother is from, and I absolutely love it. I also picked up some cempasúchiles or marigolds, which are also significant for Day of the Dead altars. Cempasúchiles are used in Day of the Dead altars because their strong scent and vibrant color are believed to guide the spirits of the dead back to their families. I plan on draping the garland on top of the ofrenda to sort of hang alongside the crochet table runner. Setting up ofrendas is one of my favorite things to do during this time of the year. It is a beautiful reminder that our ancestors, our past loved ones, are still with us and allows us to connect to their energy. One of my favorite ways to connect to my ancestors and past loved ones is by telling stories I remember from when they were here. It keeps their memory alive, and to me, memories are something I cherish deeply. The last few weeks, I've been working on setting up a new craft corner, in particular a craft corner where I can pursue the big desire I've been having lately to advance my skills in sewing and quilting. As you can see, I've done that, but it's gotten really messy because I've been collecting thrifted supplies and fabrics and have dumped them on the new desk. I've gathered quite a bit of interesting pattern fabrics, but I desperately need to go through them, wash them, and find a place for them in my new crafting area. My grandmother and mother are big sewers and crocheters. I have fond memories of watching my grandmother as a child create elaborate bordados on tea towels. I'm not sure what bordados exactly translates to in English, but essentially it's crocheted or knitted intricate designs along the border of a tea towel. I believe they're crocheted or knitted, if I'm not mistaken. I used to often sew in my teen years and early adult years, but sadly lost interest. Recently, something has been calling me back to this craft. I'm not going to lie, it's been a bit frustrating having so many different interests and being a multi-passionate person, but I find that following the rhythm and the tug that slowly pulls at me to try something different is often than not what keeps life interesting for me. As a creative person, I thrive in trying new things and finding new crafty ways to express myself. I like to think that by doing so, I am honoring my lineage. My mom and grandmother are very crafty people, and it makes me excited to be trying something that they both love, which is sewing. I am very much in my beginner stage, but I'm feeling very optimistic to grow within this new craft. October came and went, and the entire month I leaned into the nostalgia of being a child again and embracing crafting, trying new things, and doing things I haven't done in years. These days, life doesn't feel so rehearsed or forced for me. I've been allowing myself to stay curious, not following a guide on how I should live each day, and let go of expectations of productivity. We are fed so much information of what we should be doing that we become disconnected from our own intuition. But rather than listen to this false tale, I've been allowing each day to simply be and be guided by what my body wishes to invite in that day. And I truly feel this is the best way to live life, to stay curious, to try new things, and allow our body, our senses, to be the guiding force of what new fun surprises we get into. I hope wherever you may find yourself in this moment, that you allow yourself to dream a little and try something new. See you again soon, friend. Bye for now.